Hey guys, it's Zach with Curate, co-founder and product manager here alongside
Ryan O'Neill,
our CEO and founder. Really excited to be chatting with you guys today, walking through our September feature release webinar and actually introducing some really efficient, effective features to bring you guys into our minds and what we're doing here at Curate to bring your business to the next level. Now, I'm going to go ahead, guys, and share the screen so that you guys can actually see the PowerPoint that we'll be working off of today. Just give me 1 second here, and I'm going to bring that up.
So while he's doing that, I want to just share with you all why we're doing this. As many of you know who've been customers, we are consistently pushing new features, but we find so many times somebody that I talked with 2 years ago is loving the software, still making an impact, but it's hard for them to keep up with everything that we're doing. So we wanted to announce, hey, here are some new features we're releasing in our upcoming release. And so this is our September release video of the things that you'll be able to have access to in September. We're really excited about it because we know it's going to impact your business and help you be able to go to the next level, as well as there's a lot of people on here who aren't using the software yet. And you're wondering what positives are there for Floral software. So we're going to be sharing with you some of those pieces. So if we're ready to go, we've got some exciting things, but let me give you a brief walkthrough of our talk today and what we're going to be doing. Actually, Zach, if you want to jump into the agenda, why don't you go ahead and take everybody through the agenda?
Sure. So we want to thank you guys for obviously coming and taking the time out of your mornings today to be with us. Because of that, we're going to be releasing some awesome giveaways, Starbucks, Amazon gift cards to actually send to you guys. And then also, of course, we're going to take you through our first set of feature walkthroughs. After that, we'll introduce our Flourish conference that'll be hosted here in St. Louis, Missouri. And then we'll jump back into a giveaway for you guys, include some gamification, and then also take you through our next set of feature walkthroughs. And then lastly, two things we're going to touch at the end. One is our new product, which we'll be introducing to you guys on this webinar. And then, of course, we're going to open it up for questions and answers so that you can ask Ryan and I questions about Curate and our product vision as well.
Yeah, but we're going to start with a giveaway, all right? So everybody, if you could jump into the little chat on Zoom there, if you're on the chat on Zoom. And so we're going to be trying this out. There's a couple of things we're working through with our first webinar. We're getting the camera and the audio, trying to get those figured out, trying to get our chat figured out. So jump in. If you could, first off, let's just get a little bit of practice typing. If you could type where you're from in the chat there. I'd love to see a lot of answers pop up here. So go ahead and do that because we're about to do a giveaway here, a $25 Starbucks gift card. There we go. We're starting to see some chats coming in here. So we're going to be giving away a $25 Starbucks gift card. Now, don't answer this question yet. So Zach's going to say now. Zach's going to type in now. So Zach, if you want to pull up the chat box over there. Zach's going to type in. There we go. A great group of people.
All right. So let's go ahead and put those answers into our question.
Put those answers in. We'll tell you what 7 means. It's a big secret. We'll tell you what that means now. But if you could answer the question, what type of event services business are you? Are you a weddings and event only? You focus on that. You're a studio. Are you an event and retail? You sort of do mix of both. Or do you do a couple, but mainly you're retail? So now the answer. Now here's what we're about to do. We're going to do this a little bit later on as well. So just a heads up, we're going to reveal a number. Super secret number. But the person with that number of a response now gets to win this $25 gift card that we have. So with that said, we're going to find out who's going to have the Starbucks gift card. Go ahead and jump in. Number 7, which is
Melissa Eggleton.
Great job, Melissa. So we're going to follow back up with you after we get done here. But you got a $25 Starbucks gift card just to fuel you through a few more of these weddings coming up until we can make it to a little bit of a break time period. Awesome. So congratulations. So let's jump in then. That's the giveaway. I want to give you a quick feature walkthrough of these 4 features that we have, and then we're going to dive in one by one. Zach and I are going to take each of them. First is going to be server speed. The second is going to be the QuickBooks import tool. The third is going to be the new media library tool. And the fourth thing we're going to look through this set of features is the Curate marketplace. So let's jump in. So first is server speed. Now, to give you a little bit of a context, we've had a lot of users probably toward the beginning of this year that have started saying, hey, we'd love it if the software could speed up a little bit because, we love the software. It's making such an impact, but it's processing so much that maybe if there's a way to automate that. So to give you a little bit of background on this, I am far from a developer, at least our developer team will say that, but I built the first version of the software. So the exciting thing is we got it going, we got users on it, we were a real florist who was building this. The negative side of that the abilities that I had sort of cap out at a particular level. And so our team has been working on reconfiguring the application to get rid of all of the bad Ryan stuff that worked great and made a difference for so many people, but we're trying to scale up. So that was inhibiting us a little bit. And the good news is, though, we just upgraded to enterprise level servers, the same servers that Amazon is on. And so that's huge, huge, huge for us because we're seeing numbers that it's decreased the speed by 2 and 3 times. And so that's been really exciting that's helped you all out a little bit. We're still working in this way. We aren't, but hopefully you're going to be making proposals a little bit like this next slide right here. So maybe maybe you can be able to kick stuff out and the software is going to keep up with the incredible speed that you're already working at.
Awesome. Thanks, Ryan. Next thing, guys, we have on the list is actually our QuickBooks import functionality. So many of you know on that proposals established here, you do get all of our free integrations, including QuickBooks Online. If you guys do have that integration, you'll now find within your Create event, when you're going to actually add a new event, a little button under the Advanced tab that says Import from QuickBooks. So you guys will actually have the ability to now bring over those invoices, those proposals you may have in QuickBooks directly over to Curate and work off of them there. A lot of people that have created proposals in the past that want to have those reporting analytics even in Curate will bring them over. So this is something for you guys to make it a little bit easier when you're wanting to bring over some of those invoices and proposals that you have in QuickBooks.
Yeah, and on that, let's just stick there for a second because we have had so many clients that have come to us who are saying, I've got 400 invoices over in QuickBooks. I need to figure out how to get those over. So this has been really in response to that, Zach, was just so many people were saying, I want to use you all, but there's so much, how can I automate that process? And so it's been a big thing, and it's going to make a big impact, we feel. So the next thing we're going to dive into is the media library. And before I dive into this, let me just remind everyone, if you're a user, you may know this, but if you're not a user, you may be interested. We are a multi-product model. And that means you can pick and choose what you want. You don't have to spend some huge amount for one particular thing. You sort of get to, it's a little bit like, an a la carte model. Everything works together perfectly, but certain features we release are going to help everybody. Certain features are going to help a particular customer who has a particular subscription. So for the first one, the speed one, that helps everybody. Every single person that's on our platform should have seen about a month and a half ago a particular boost in their speed. So that's great. The second one, that's specifically for our proposals established users, and those are people on the proposals plan, and I'll talk about this a little bit more in the future, but it's that established level. The startup level of proposals is more of the nitty-gritty, the important part of being able to generate these beautiful proposals. The established is when you're starting to look at workflows and automation and pieces like that. So with that said, this next feature actually helps everybody. So this is the next one. It's the media library, and so this was hands down, Zach. I'm not sure how many requests do we have in our request bank, our make a suggestion.
A lot, more than I can count, but they're definitely in that suggestion box. So thank you guys for submitting as you do all the feedback you do.
So we have probably thousands of individual votes that people have voted up particular features. Well, this was the #1 feature was folders in the media library. And so we released this about a month and a half ago, and we have just been working towards this piece by piece, getting it caught up. So we're officially saying, hey, we're good to announce this for our September release. And so this was an exciting thing. So you can now take your flowers and you can actually add them into folders. And so if you have any questions about this, we are going to be doing a Q&A meeting at the very end. So we want to encourage you to grab a question at the very end when we're going to go through this. But the way you can get to this, there's a couple different access points to your media library. One of them is directly from inside your proposal. You can just click to add a photo, and that's going to populate this. You can click to add an inspiration photo, and that's going to populate this experience for you. I'm sure none of you have ever seen any of the bouquets that are popping up right now, but some of them from the underbelly of Pinterest. So yeah, so that's a big thing, and you can also access this. A lot of our users who've been around for a while, you may not realize it, but you can access this now from your library tab as well, out in the main, out in sort of the main concourse of your software. So that's another great simple way. If maybe you're not thinking about an event, but you're just wanting to upload and organize stuff, you can do that there.
Yeah. Thanks for the highlight, Ryan. The next thing, guys, on the tab here is a Curate Marketplace. So this is something we're very passionate about, very excited about. It's released just this past month. What we're doing here, we're actually connecting all of our users with the industry's biggest thought leaders and trends around the industry, specifically in the floral space. I'm sure you guys, for some of our actual current users, you've seen this already. If you have not, I encourage you to actually go into the marketplace. It's on your navigation menu over to the left. What we're doing here, guys, is you can actually engage with different resources, things like flowers, recipes, installation kits, email templates, questionnaires, things that are going to take your business to the next level. And as a team, we're continuing to add to this every day. And we're really excited about all the thought leaders and our partners that have come on board. And as you guys know, as I just mentioned, we're going to continue to build out the Curate Marketplace. But if you haven't already, go inside, click on the Marketplace, go in and peek at even some of our stuff. I know we have a lot of different things in there, such as our themes, or even our product subscriptions you can actually take a peek at and learn more, but also our partners and our industry leader resources that are in there as well. I know I was just speaking to one of our customers the other day. They actually used one of the recipe installations in one of their most recent events. So something we're really excited about, guys, and as you can see here, the navigation is really easily, so you can actually go ahead and click that directly from the navigation menu over to the left and go take a peek at our marketplace.
Yeah, so and it's going to make a big difference too. So it's really a great ability to be able to integrate within the marketplace now. And you'll have to forgive Zach. I know probably about 70-80% of our users are wonderful business ladies, but Zach's totally Midwestern. So there's a phrase over here, you guys. So apologies about that. But it's Midwestern. But that said, one of the key parts of that marketplace is those partnerships that we're building with people that are innovating, and they want to help your company. They want to be able to make a difference in your company. And there's so many free resources just by being a part of Curate that you have access to, the top resources in the industry. So jumping to the next step, though, I do want to let you know, if you are interested in more info on Curate, we're going to throw up a link right now. Maybe you're not a customer and you're interested in saying, hey, I'd like to have access to the Curate Marketplace, or I'd like to be able to have the ability to import all of my QuickBooks proposals or invoices into there. So with that said, you can click on the link right there, but I want to lead over into our event. It's a perfect segue from the marketplace to the event, and this is the Flourish Conference. Now, we were hearing from so many customers that they wanted to take their wedding and event game to the next level, and they're trusting us on this level. But when we introduced when we introduced the marketplace, we saw a great opportunity to help some of these thought leaders in the industry really innovate and really dive into our companies and our customers, and even people in the industry that maybe aren't our customers. So we're introducing the Flourish Conference. Now, this is just launching today. So if you're interested in being involved, we only have a limited number of early bird tickets that are going to be available. I do have a code on here. We're going to be adding a link to go to that conference in the chat area. And you can be able to click there, and there's actually a $50 coupon code if you want to be able to use that for, just type the word all caps founder. But here's some of the stuff we're going to be really hammering through. It's going to be, number one, predicting what you're going to make next year. How do you even do that? So many people in the industry, they throw up their hands in the air and they say, hey, there's just not really a way to be able to predict what I make next year. And that's incorrect. There are incredible tactics you can use as a business owner to say, hey, here's what I need to do, and here's how to create a plan to be able to take control of that narrative. Another thing is SEO. Like, what are some simple tricks for your website to make sure you're showing up? When my wife and I owned Twisted Willow Design, one of the core things we did was get our website on the front page of Google. And that drives so many searches when people are searching for St. Louis wedding florist. It drives so many searches in because people are searching for you already. They know what the knot or the wedding wire are, but at what point can they get directly to a real florist? So that's going to be a key thing. We're going to be talking about stretching beyond your boundaries. We've got great speakers coming in, like Ron the Flower Guy. We've got, actually, there's a St. Louis florist here named Kyra, and she started from scratch, and she's built her company from completely from scratch into one of the leading event companies in just a few short years. And we're going to be having her share some of those recipes of success. So I know there's a lot that can be said here, but the key is we want you all to be successful, and we want the industry to be successful. So that's why we're having this event. And so we're excited about it. Mark it on your calendars and grab one of those early bird tickets.
Yeah, and it's a great explanation of it. And not just meeting our partners and our amazing speakers that are going to be there, guys, but our team will also be there. Ryan and I will be there. Right. So if you're looking to kind of speak with us directly, give us your vision of kind of what the future looks like for floral software and event software in specifically, it's going to be a great time to actually come and chat with us and just learn a little bit more about what we're doing here.
Yep, that's great. So that said, we have another giveaway.
Another giveaway. So this one, guys, we're actually going to do Amazon, $25 to Amazon. And as we just worked with the last giveaway, remember what we're going to do here. You guys will see the question. We'll actually type in the chat box when to actually submit those answers. So hold on tight. Don't be submitting them just yet because they won't count. But for this one, guys, we're going to ask you what you're using to put together your proposals currently. So as you can see here, we have 3 different selections. I use a manual or mixed process, right? So things like Excel spreadsheets or really your head, those fingers and toes, maybe even writing everything down, right? B, I use Curate to automate and streamline my processes, or C, I currently use another software. So we're going to go ahead and jump over to that chat. And I'm going to go ahead and type in now, and let's see those submissions. Oh, you guys are quick now.
Y'all are moving fast. We have Holly and Shannon, our other team members over here, and they're trying to like keep up with what it is. All right, so we'll give it a couple more seconds. And number 10. So who was number 10? We'll find out in just a second. Wow, you all are like hammering away. Hey, thanks, Jody. I just saw Jody's comment. Jody is going to be there. Her team's going to be there. And Jody's actually going to be speaking as well. And she's going to make a huge impact. You'll see more from her as well. All right. So let's see who won number 10.
Looks like it is Carissa. So, Carissa, we will be in contact with you. Our team will be in contact with you. Congratulations. We'll send you over that Amazon gift card so you can grab some things maybe for the business.
Yep. And one thing that was really cool actually in the marketplace, there's a few people who put up recipes in the marketplace, and they just threw actual Amazon links in there that says, hey, if you want to do this hanging installation, go to Amazon, click this, buy this particular wire, and maybe you can go use that $25 to just clear stuff up. Or for if it was us, you know, maybe it's some coloring books for the kids or something like that.
Yeah, awesome. All right, guys, so we're going to continue on with that. We're actually going to go through the next set of feature walkthroughs. Ryan's going to, of course, introduce the first one in just a second, but the 4 or 5 you're seeing here is actually our corporate procurement product, some new workflows, a prep list, and the third or the fourth one's kind of, the fourth and fifth one are kind of tied together, but we're going to be introducing reduced processing fees and a new product as well. So Ryan, I want to continue into corporate procurement and take that away.
So as we scaled up, when we started Curate, it was just my wife and I, we were working out of our basement, and for us, it was just enough to be able to keep up with this entire huge wedding folder. And so we started building this out, and as we scaled up, we had a lot of companies that have multiple locations that started saying, hey, you know, we'd love to use you, but we wish there were a way to create what is known as a game plan but across multiple locations. We want to combine all of those wedding orders together as special orders, as some people term it, into one location. So we created a tool for corporate procurement. So if you are one of our products is our corporate product, where if you have multiple locations and you're wanting reporting and you're wanting the ability to tie those locations together, we added the ability now where you can be able to merge multiple events together and merge multiple orders together from across different stores. So the store can send it into corporate, and corporate or whoever the local store is, if you got 4 stores, whoever that key store that's going to be the receiving store is, and they can merge all of them together automatically to know exactly what they need to be sending out to a particular farm. So it's a really robust functionality. It's going to make a big difference, but we're excited about it.
Thanks, Ryan. The next thing, guys, we have on the board is our workflows. So automation behind this. As many of you know, those are in our proposals established packaging. Automatic payment reminders are available, as well as the automated booking status. We're actually introducing 2 new workflows, one being automated proposal sent workflow. Cheers to everybody giving us feedback on that. Thanks for introducing that feedback to get that pushed in here. We're really excited about that. And then, of course, guys, automated emails after form submission. So being able to actually send a template that has kind of your preset narrative in there to your customers that are submitting forms directly from either your website, your social channels, wherever it may be. You're giving either those live links or that web iframe inside of your website to them. They're able to enter that information, as you guys know, and you guys get those notifications. We'll be sending automated emails after those submissions take place moving forward. So that's coming very soon.
Yeah, and that's been just a big request. So both of those were just huge requests. And so for us, as we're moving more and more toward automation, these are going to hopefully make your lives a lot easier to speed stuff up. With that said, here's another feature that here's the current workflows that we have on this particular GIF. Now, is it GIF or GIF?
GIF.
GIF? I think it's GIF.
It's GIF.
If you need to, if
guys, can someone vote?
Yeah.
In chat.
If you could go to chat and say whether it's a GIF or a GIF. It's a picture that moves, which some people call a movie. But so the next one on there, let's see if we have any passionate people about this. The next one on there, while y'all are arguing about this, is our prep list. Now, actually, let me take a step back. Those workflows are going to be coming in the next couple of weeks here. So you'll see an announcement when those come out, but we want you to be on the bleeding edge of what's going to be available in September. The next is a prep list. Now, this can help florists and caterers. We heard this a lot from caterers who are on our software, that they wanted to go back. They had a particular sushi roll that they need to make. They wanted to go back to the fridge, pull everything that they needed from the fridge for that sushi roll, for all 150 of them, and be able to put those together one at a time. So now within the recipe sheet, you have the ability, if you want to hop over that, you have the ability to be able to select to have a prep list view. And what that does, if you, let's say that you have a particular Philly roll or something like that you're looking at, it allows you to say, hey, here's how much rice you need for this one roll, but here's how much you need for this entire event. And so translating that over to a floral example, if let's say that you have these 12 big bomb arrangements and you've assigned one person to those. And so it's something, our shop, my wife and I, when we owned this shop, it was a smaller space. It was pretty easy to get to the flowers. But if you've got to run across town or run somewhere else, to another building, it's easier to pull all those flowers. So this tool now allows you to be able to say, hey, I need everything that's going to be on that prep list. I want to pull this huge list of these. And so you can see that there's now a prep list option. Right now it's popping up for you to see exactly how many of those you need for this entire item. So this big bomb arrangement, here's how many of these peonies I need to pull to get all of 12 of these done. Really exciting feature.
Awesome. Now, the next thing, guys, that we're really excited about is the introduction of reduced processing fees. So as many of you guys know, your clients can actually pay from their proposals or your proposals, right? So we're going to be introducing reduced processing fees. It's going to include no middleman fees. negotiated pricing with our merchant vendor we're using. And of course, this is going to affect the different subscriptions that you guys have. So for those on our proposal startup and proposals established plans, we're going to be dropping down to 2.8%. As you guys know, it's a little bit higher than that right now. I believe it's at 2.9% with Stripe. We will be bringing that down. And as you guys can see, we're going to be even going lower at a 2.4%. And we'll have more on why that's going to be lower in just a second.
So let me take a stop right here on this. For those asking, it's something that instead of it being automatic, 2.9% is what comes through Stripe. We're introducing a new card processor called Card Connect. If you love your Stripe, you can keep it, but we are going to be moving forward. We're going to be introducing this new card processor because they're able to get these negotiated rates. We're against middlemen, where there's so many tools out there that are like, oh, just for using us, you've got to give us a percentage of your income. And we're just against that. In fact, we want to be going the other way. We want to be lowering these rates. So it is a choice. You would have to jump from Stripe to our new tool. And this is going to be releasing in a couple of weeks here. But that's that 2.8% where you would have to jump onto the new tool. So it takes a little bit more legwork up front, but you're able to negotiate those rates down. On top of that, this is where our new product is, and I'm gonna say this as fast as I can because I want some Q&A to come in. But our new product is coming. So we have our proposal startup version, and then we have our proposals established version. Now, proposal startup is like the core of I want cordless proposals. I want to have digital, mobile-friendly proposals I can send to my client and be able to manage all these events. Proposals established is asking the question of, hey, can I automate some workflows? Can I simplify some things in my software? Can I build some integrations in there? But we realized through chatting with a lot of our customers that people are wanting another level up in the software. They're wanting to be able to do something to another degree and manage things with much more things like they're wanting a bit more advanced reporting. They're wanting a better personal connection with one of our customer team members who can work with them. And so with that said, we're going to be announcing and releasing our Proposals Premium product. And we're really excited about this. This is going to be coming on Thursday is the launch, and so we're about to put a link up where if you'd be interested in chatting with one of our team members about what that will look like for you, we're going to throw that link up here. But let me tell you a little bit about what falls into this. So on the next slide, you can see that in Proposals Premium, first off, you get custom URLs. So a lot of times you'll send your customers a link and it'll say curate.co/proposals/whatever else. Now you're able to actually tie in your URL from your company into that proposal so your customers have a great experience. On top of that, you can even have your team logging directly into that URL and it pulls them directly into Curate. So that's really exciting. Another thing is a dedicated customer success rep who does quarterly reviews. And this is super important because so many times people, you're a growing company, you're an established company, but you're needing to have some time set aside to really dig into the software and how it can optimize your processes. So that's available in this. Automated source tracking. Now this one, and I'm going to talk about the value of this one in just a minute. This is enormous because you're able to have, and we're going to be working on this, releasing this in the next couple of weeks here, the ability to have the links that customers are coming in on automatically import into their form. So you can see, are they coming from the Wedding Wire or the Knot or the local magazine that I advertise online with? And it makes an enormous difference because you're able to make some decisions, very granular marketing decisions. And another thing, 0% middleman fee, as always, no fee for us for using it, but a 2.4 processing fee. And that's going to save a good chunk of change for you, and that's through our partner Card Connect as well. And always, we have more to come. So with that said, here's what this looks like. The savings of having a rep, and I just spitballed these today, but the savings of having a rep that you work with here, that's probably about $2,000 a year in system optimization. You're going to be reducing time people are doing from other stuff because our customer service rep's going to be building a strategy for you. Yeah. Automated marketing reporting, and I know we're starting to hit our limit here on time, so Zach's like, all right, but I want to emphasize this. We had, in our shop at Twisted Willow, when we owned Twisted Willow, we had a particular place that we paid $3,000 for and got nothing out of the marketing for it. Zero, zilch, not even a single consult scheduled. And because of that, that's money out of our pocket. So we feel that this is going to reduce that. And then a 2.4% card processing. If we reduce that from 2.9, it's going to be $1,000 to $5,000. And so the pricing of the product is going to be $300 a month or $3,000 a year. But as you can see, it way makes up for that as it's state right now. That said, for the first 30 customers who upgrade, we are going to allow them to have $2,000 for the first year of this. So we're going to reduce that. If you've already signed up with us with another account, we'd be glad to prorate that for you so you're not paying that entire amount up front, but you're immediately getting these benefits.
Yeah, awesome explanation. We're really excited about that, guys. I do know we're coming up on time here. I think we're at the 30-minute mark, so we'll try to push through this a little bit quicker because we know you guys got to get back to work. But we do want to give you guys maybe a few minutes here, 2-3 minutes to ask you a few questions that you guys have always had, maybe about our product. But in that Q&A module within the chat button here, within the Zoom application, guys, you should be able to submit those questions for us to provide a little bit clarity on.
Cool. So we got our first question here. Zach's going to pull up some questions. We got our first. It said, what does automated proposal sent mean? So Zach, you want to give a little bit more clarification about what that new feature that's coming?
Yeah, great question, guys. So for those that obviously have our proposals established packaging, you're a little bit more familiar with the workflows. We are going to introduce a new workflow here called the proposal send. And what will happen is within your settings, you'll have a little toggle to actually toggle that on or off. But when you go to send a proposal and you actually click send and send that off to your client, we're going to go ahead and update that event stage to proposal sent. So as you guys know, within that kind of timeline view and the way to actually track your event stages for your proposals, that actually is going to now change from inquiry to proposal sent. So you guys will see that trigger there. We're really excited about that.
Yep, great one. And so someone asked the question of, will we be able to get a copy of this recording? Yeah, we can totally be able to make that happen. We'll shoot a follow-up of this recording out to everyone who was originally signed up. Heads up, we were sold out on this. Like we had no more spaces available in there. So yeah, it makes a big, big difference to be able to get this and be able to go back over the possibilities here. So
awesome.
Great. So another question we had come in, can I upload my inventory all at one time? So this is a great question. The way that you do that, there's without me knowing your specific situation, we have to dig into that a little bit. But the way a lot of our florists have done it, a lot of our caterers have done it, they send us a list of all of it, and we'll take care of that upload for you, especially if you're just getting up and going on the software and you're needing to get this stuff kicked off. We do have the ability to mass edit your items within the library tab, but certainly if you chat with one of our team, just chat in on the chat and say, hey, I have this list of inventory that I need to get uploaded, we'd be glad to be able to assist with that. We'll send you a template Excel sheet, and then from that point, we can be able to import that into your account. Great question.
Awesome. It looks like we had a few other questions come in. One was regarding the library folder. Is this used to put individual weddings in or create a category, example, bride bouquets? Yeah, great question. Really, we see our customers currently using it in all those different ways. I think that came in from Melinda. Some of the recent ways I've seen is by arrangement, right? So you're categorizing by bride bouquet or bridesmaids, things like that, bucketizing all those photos in there. Other times we've seen based on kind of the event type, right? Whether it's a sympathy event or a wedding, things like that. So whatever you kind of think there, I'm sure is going to work out great for you. If you do have any questions or want tips and tricks from us, guys, you do have our wonderful Curate Success team at the bottom right of the app. Do not forget about them. They're here to help guide you throughout the way. But in terms of recommendations and what we've seen there, Melinda, in the past, typically around kind of the event type or even the arrangement type, being able to categorize those photos.
Yes. But we did build it in a way that it works similar to a directory on your local computer or folders on your local computer, in that you can sort of think creatively about how to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So a couple other questions. How do I create a template is a great question, but we'll go over this really quick. You can definitely chat in to be able to chat with our team about this, but you can just from the main screen, you can be able to choose to add a new event. And then from that event, you just drop that selector down from inquiry all the way down to template. And that generates out that new template for you to very quickly be able to create those proposals from.
Yep, exactly. I think that's mostly it from the questions. We may have one more.
Yep, so we have one more from Eric. It says, can I export my library into an Excel sheet? Yeah, so we have actually built the tool so that in a table format where you can be able to copy and paste that into an Excel sheet. That's been the quickest way that our users have been able to export, import, but at this point, we have built it specifically on that way. That way people can be able to copy and paste over to wherever they need to, just directly from their library or from their rentals list. And hopefully that speeds stuff up a little bit, but it certainly takes a couple of screens to be able to go through for sure. But we did want to be able to build that in a way that people could copy and paste that directly over.
Yeah, templates are great to use, guys. So what we'll do here from now is actually go ahead and just close this up a little bit. I want to thank you guys, obviously, for attending and taking part out of your day this morning. You guys will see we're going to share the registration link for our October feature release webinar within chat. Of course, we're going to put all this inside the presentation as well. But tremendous activity with you guys. This has been awesome. We'll be sure to give you a shout out if you have those giveaways. And if you do have any other questions, guys, about the product or what you're doing here when you're navigating throughout the app, don't forget to use our Curator Success team. They're available at the bottom right. Awesome team to actually help you navigate. If you have any questions like how do I create a template and things like that.
Sure. So a couple quick recap then. Make sure you click on the link. We're going to be posting it inside the chat to sign up for next one. We have limited availability for this. We want you to be involved in October, so you have a heads up about what's going to be coming. But remember, we have the conference, so if you've yet to sign up for that, it's going to be impactful for your company. And then this proposal premium, make sure you click on that link, curate that code /premium. We only have 30 spots available for the discount that we're giving for this first year that we're releasing it at. So we want to make sure that you have access to one of those as soon as it launches on Thursday, that you can chat with one of our team members about getting that set up. So thank you all for showing up. We really appreciate it, and we will see you next month.
Thanks, guys.